Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm MK Cosplay, and today we're going to be learning how to start planning your cosplay so you can be on time for that convention. The people who have been cosplaying for a long time know that con crunching is the devil. So today I'm going to give you some helpful tips and tricks to plan out your cosplay so you don't have to con crunch. I'm going to be walking through Katara today, and let's get to it. Start this off by showing you what you need. You're going to need some writing utensils, you're going to need some post-it notes, and you're going to need a notebook and some reference photos. This is Raphtalia, but we're going to do Katara. This is optional, but you could also use a binder that has these like sleeves in it. To get started, you're going to want to find some reference photos. There's my reference photos. And now that you have your reference photos, you're going to want to get out something to write on. And you're going to want to make a list of the different components that you're going to need. So for Katara, I'm going to need a wig. And I'm going to start from top to bottom. I'm going to need a wig. I'm going to need the hair decoration. I think it's like, I don't know what it's called. It's like a little ponytail holder. But I'll just say hair decoration for now. Necklace, shirt, armband. There's actually a few armbands, and there are wristbands. For the bottoms, comes with 3 different components on the bottoms. The belt, skirt, and pants. And then finally she has her ankle bands and sandals. And there's all my components. And this list of components will make it easier to buy all of your materials. Okay, after you have this list, prioritize which things you want to get done first. Okay, so we will be starting with the shirt first, bottom second, since those are the biggest things in the cosplay. And then we will do the sandals third. And all the smaller pieces that you can probably do at the same time is armbands, wristbands, ankle bands. So those can all probably be done at the same time. I'll do 4th the necklace, and 5th will be these ones. 5th, 6th, and I'll do the hair decoration last. That's how I'm going to complete all of these in what order. And I just do that so it's a little bit easier to put those into a time frame. When do I want this to be done? Okay, when is a big question to be answered. This will determine how much time you have until it's completed, and obviously if you get this started sooner, you'll have more time to make it with higher quality. So, let's say I have 2 months. 2 months until my convention. So I have exactly 8 weeks. There's 7 things. Quite a few things to get done here. And in 8 weeks, that's very doable with this at a higher quality. You can at least get 1 thing done a week and still have time to test it before the convention. So this is where goal setting comes into place. And sticky notes are important for this as well, so you can make note of little goals and tasks that you need to get done along the way. This is just some overall kind of planning to do, especially with the time frame. Time frame is very important because let me tell you, if you're trying to get a cosplay done within 1 week of the convention, it's not going to be the best it could possibly be. So do this as early as possible. Week 1. This is how I'm going to organize it. On the first week, I have the major task, and I'm going to write in the smaller tasks. And now you want to think about how you're going to have to construct the shirt. So you're going to have to start with find or create a pattern, cut pattern out. Do you cut the pattern out, set pattern on fabric. And this is, this here doesn't have to be the same as what I'm doing. It can be a little different for your process. Say you are going to be revamping an old shirt or old cosplay and it's going to be different. You can have a few different steps. So this is just like a general. And in case you're following this tutorial to a T, right here, some people like to make a mock-up first. They will do all of these steps, but with fabric not going to be used for the final product, like muslin. Muslin's a really cheap fabric that is used for a lot of different mock-ups. Test, pin, sew, fit, final details. Here's what my week 1 is going to be looking like. To complete this shirt, I need to do these steps: find and create a pattern, cut pattern out, set pattern on fabric, cut fabric, test, pin, sew, fit, and final details. I know it sounds like a lot. And once you have your whole list over here done into a form like this, it's gonna be a lot. And the point of it is not to be overwhelmed, but to have a goal, a strict goal set. Think about a budget, and you want to make it realistic. So wigs can be anywhere from $15 to $45, and I want to spend somewhere in between that. So I'm going to say for my wig, I want to be about maybe $25 on a wig. And for fabric, I don't want to spend any more than $50. And depending on the quality of fabric and the type of fabric that you choose, it can be more or less depending. Like cotton types are usually less. It also depends on how much you need. And then we will probably use EVA foam for the armbands, ankle bands, and shoes. So EVA foam, one sheet can cost like $25. So I don't want to spend more than $25, and I also have some in my stock already. See, we're already at $100, and we're not through with all of the materials we need. So we're also gonna need resin. If this is your first time making any cosplay, then, and if you don't have on hand any of this from other projects like EVA or resin, then it can be pretty pricey, so I'm going to include it in this budget here. But I do already have some on hand. Or you could even omit this and just buy gems, because we're gonna need gems for the necklace. You can omit that and it will be a little bit cheaper. If I don't cover the fabric, the EVA foam and fabric for the details, then I will have to use paint and paint the EVA foam. Anywhere from $10, like $2 to whatever, how much ever you need. So I don't want to spend more than $10. Extra costs. That can be shipping, that can be anything. I'm gonna say $15. So this will cost me around $150 to create this cosplay, for the materials at least. The rest of the cost really is gonna be your time and energy going into the project, because believe me, there's gonna be a lot of it. Now that I have my weeks laid out, I have my 8 weeks planned for the next 2 months, with 7 and 8 being the test run, and me being me, loving cute things and adorable things. Of course I'm gonna add stickers. You know, you can make these plans match, or you know, I'm gonna add one of these stickers for each of the weeks because they are adorable. So anyway, you can have these match the paper and the decoration match your plans and drawings to make it more interesting and make you stay on track. You know, all this hard work going in, you don't want to be con crunching, so make it as interesting as you want. One different for each week. I love this. And it can be hard to stay on track, but let me tell ya, it would be much rewarding if you stay on track. After you get your budget, you pick out your reference photos, and you get your weeks done, the next step is going online or into the store and picking out fabric and other materials that you're gonna need. So you can actually start constructing this. Now for this first particular project, I'm going to wait to consider my first week until after I get my materials for this project, because I can't actually start this until I get the materials. And when you're actually doing this for a convention, you're going to want to factor in those small details into your plan, especially shipping cost. Shipping and when it's actually going to arrive. If you're going to purchase a wig and it's not going to arrive at your house until a week before the con, you might have a little bit of a con crunch on your hands.